following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
Round 2 of the Final Four in Apocalyptic August is about to get going on this Saturday afternoon as we bring you a big matchup between the 5 seed, the winner of the Zombie region, Nam, and the winner of the Tunnel region, the 6 seed, Andy, both trying to gun for Super League, both at Nam at 8 wins, Andy at 9 wins. This is going to be a big hinge game in terms of that picture, as well as a shot at a finale against who may end up being the top player in MRE Division 1 come the end of the season, come Super League reveal. But we're going to talk about this game first. And both these guys went through their regions 18-8, and for Nam, it started in an ultimate playoff game against the 12 seed Chamak, took care of business, gentleman sweep 4-1, and then went up against Abion in the Toxic 32, went up against the 4 seed, and on the road, home road side to start, won it in 6, then went up against Sean Ard, trying to find a little bit of resurgence, had a solid run to the Swarm 16, but Nam sent him home in a thrilling 9-gamer, and then went up against Tapir, looking to drive into Super League himself. But unfortunately for him, Nam continues the roll 5-1 in the explosive 8. As for Andy, also 18-8, started up against Drip, beat him in 6, then went up against the March champ in Nick. Huge win for his resume. Takes him down in 5, and then goes up against Tago, who is trying to, who similarly to Ard, making a furious run as well in a season that wasn't too impressive, but ends up taking down Tago in 9, and then goes up against one of the top rookies this season and gone, and sends him home in 6 in a best of 9. You look at the tail of the tape between these two, and Andy, again, ranked 17th entering this tournament, made the first Final Four in his career, and obviously we all know Nam's been here a couple times, made it to the Final Four in his first tournament back in March 24, and made it this is his 3rd appearance, and obviously medaled in both appearances previously, the silver and the bronze. And it's Nava's first master. Nam not ranked it coming into this one, but has made a furious run to be right in the Super League conversation. And the prediction from the CPU is that this thing's going to go the distance to a game 11, and it's going to be Nam taking it home. That's according to the CPU. And again, just as I mentioned, here's the Final Four right now. You saw it just a couple nights ago. A couple nights ago, Hasim Acosta went up big against Vapor, but the positive mindset, started being positive about how he was playing. That's what he said, and he was able to come back and win it in 11 to make his 2nd consecutive finale. And ultimately, there's a good shot that number 1 is in his sights, but we'll obviously see what will happen come revealing as well for this finale. And the winner here, of course, will get Vapor in this one. and he will have the home table advantage. We bring you to the table. I expect Tapir to join me to drive in a little bit, but we're just gonna start with the players for the moment. We'll start with Nam, the higher seed here. Nam, third Final Four appearance coming up for you here today, and I mean you started with a do or die game against Chomik, and now here you are in the Final Four, 8 wins, looking for your 9th, looking to try and put yourself right in contention for a ticket to Bangkok. But I mean, not as strong a resume, not ranked, but definitely beat some good opponents along the way. Thoughts on making it to this point, kind of playing for your season all the way through, and still playing for your season in a sense here today, and thoughts on playing Andy here on this Final Four stage, and having the experience as well. How much of an advantage do you think that is for you, having the Final Four experience to Andy being in there first? And Andy, obviously, couple of you're ranked in this one, beat a champion, a tournament champion in along the way, and Nick, and definitely looking solid for Super League, looking to try and get your 10th win today and make your first finale and your first Final Four. Your thoughts on your first Final Four here today, going up against Nam, and yeah, that's all I got. And I'd just like to apologize to the viewers for the slight technical difficulties at the top, but we are rocking and rolling here in the Final Four. Again, game number 2 saw on Thursday evening. You saw Vapor take down Acosta, and now he awaits the winner between these two. Targeting possibly Monday for that one, but we still got this one coming up here for you. And we will await their answers, and I will hopefully see Tapir join us here down the line. But obviously, I mean, you see Andy's resume there on your left, beating a tournament champion, beating Gone, 2 strong wins. They both had 2 strong wins, both Andy and Nam. You look at Nam's resume, at least for this tournament. I mean, I'm not quite in there, but Tapir, very strong win, but definitely not in a less advantageous position to Andy, despite just being 1 win apart. That's really the beauty of the fact of the resume building. But I mean, we talk about quads as well. That's also a big factor in all of this. Andy, that Nick win, his first quad one in his 3rd opportunity, and Nam only has 1 quad 1 opportunity this season. 0-1, has 2 quad 1 wins. And Andy saying a Final Four is huge. I wondered what it would be like to get here since I joined the league, and I've got to say it's really awesome for this run to happen at possibly the most perfect time for me, and to get here with some good wins. It feels really good to be here. I hope not to make a lack of experience in this Final Four a deciding factor here. Yep, definitely. And in the major format, it is a best of 11 with 2 power plays. We've talked about it plenty, the 2 power plays throughout this tournament as the major format, same as the March Madness format, T1, T5. This is the first time you're competing for a trophy in Tournament 5 in MRE Uno history. So that's also something to think about. So the 2 power plays obviously adds on a lot of extra strategy, which we'll break down as we go through this one. Nam saying, well, I've had to fight all the way through for sure. Feels really good to still be in it after looking bleak from T4 and not in the top 25. Obviously would love to say I'm in, but based on what I've seen and just my mentality to not being overconfident, I'm still playing for my season here, and I can't afford to let up now. No idea what can happen if I lose, and the only thing I could do is try to secure my spot by winning more, I should say. I have the Final Four experience, yes, but this is Tournament 5, and anything can happen. I just don't believe I can play in the driver's seat, and the rookie player can be just as, if not more dangerous from the unpredictability. All I can do against Andy is play my game, try to outwit him, and try to keep forging my path forward. Can't worry about the quads or strength of schedule or anything like that. I'll be focusing on one thing, the Uno table. Good luck to Andy. May the best player win. And yeah, may the best player win indeed. Obviously, we'll talk about resumes throughout it, but ultimately, the way you guarantee your spot is by winning two more matches. This one and the finale against Vapor, but we've got a lot to talk about before that. We'll see what goes down. We will see if Pierre will join us for some driving in a little bit, but we are going to just crack on with this one. Cody Smart's our rep. He'll put the cards in. And it'll be Nam, his call first. Nam, free board for game number 1. How many cards are we thinking? We're going to go 13. OG send, Baker's dozen, however you want to slice it. It's game 1, final 4, best of 11, 2 power play, and we are underway with a Rogers 4 in the flesh. Shout out, coach, and here we go. Great sportsmanship displayed by both players, wishing each other luck in this series. And we are looking forward to this one. I'm going to take a moment to assess his hand here at the top, see what he wants to go with first. Kind of doing an Ashley here. Taking his time with it, trying to see what will be the best path. There is a green 4 to start us off. So another first turn switch. We've been seeing those a lot this year. A lot of first turn switches. Trying to take early control, but it could also be coming down from a fade. We'll see what goes down in this one. Andy getting ready to make their first move here, and nothing on the green. Interesting there. Nam is going to go back to type here, and nothing here as well. So maybe a little bit of a patience pack early on.
He drew out of the gates. I haven't been in my strat, but that's kind of interesting. I'll see what he can pull off with that draw.
Yeah, it's interesting. Might be, and you know, we've seen a lot of draw strategies, not necessarily meaning that, you know, you're iced on that color. You may be trying to build a little bit of a platform, build a little ammo portfolio to try and fight your way forward. We'll see what comes of it. But Nam, I think the fact that he switches to green, probably showing that and drawing off that draw from Andy, maybe showing that comfortability. You know, slow and steady wins the race, and comfortable to draw while Andy's drawing. We'll see who decides to make a break first here. And still nothing from either side. So drawing back to 17 is Andy, or 18 now, I should say. Getting close to that point where you may have to enact the drawback rule if Andy draws to 20. This early in the game, you got to think that there's something that can be played.
No, I said 19, so basically you're right on that one.
It's either this turn or the next one that Andy's probably gonna have to make a move here. Draws again, sending himself to 18. Again, showing that comfortability to stall out.
I was thinking either Andy didn't have any more greens till the last draw, or he's has a lot of greens but not playing it. That's basically my playbook strat.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fishing for sure, and Andy's going to play the Aria 1, so that's his first play. And it's 18 all here. So we will see. Nam can take the possession arrow if he has green, which you got to imagine he does. With 18 cards, only one card has been played. You got to think he has it.
And Andy with the switch. Maybe he had majority of the blues. Kind of interesting play there, but I like it.
Yeah, interesting play for sure. So, see our third color 5 or so minutes in here. Right, timer's on. Yeah, my timer's on point. I think my. All right, there we go. Double play from Andy. Myth into the PO. Now the retro 8 from Nam. So now we are rocking and rolling here in blue. And it seems the initial drawback has subsided, but they're gonna. Andy plays his own 3, but Nam's gonna take it back to green.
That might be a good call, but Andy might have something. He said hi with the exclamation point, so I feel like Andy's got something else. I don't think Nam does.
I don't know. There's still a lot of cards in their hand, so we'll see what happens. Still at 14, still behind the starting line. And now Andy's going to undercut that switch to red, so that's Pandora's basically right there. I haven't seen any yellows played, but we started with it. So, nearly 7 minutes into this first game, we see all 4 colors. Andy with the possession arrow with that switch. We'll see Nam will continue with it. The Eric Monaco 7. And 1 up to the background 8 for Andy. This is sand for 6 there from Nam. And Andy's going to take it back to blue again with the M6. So made a full circle back to blue. We'll see if Nam can continue keeping pace with Andy. There's a +2 off that switch, so Nam takes the lead now. He's down to 10, sends Andy back to that starting line 13. Andy with a double play to try and cancel it out, still behind by 1. Nam can keep it a 2-card lead if he continues to play. Nam another double play, so takes that advantage right back. Cuts it in half with a Brad Deuce. The pace control very much a factor here. Pace and patience seems to be what we're going to be dealing with in this series, as we are over 9 minutes gone by, and now Nam is going to go to yellow with the 2 switch to the bow tie 2. Now, Nam with the Brock 1 crossed, followed up by the Grim 7. Then the other bow tie 2 from Andy after a Sting 5 from Nam. Now I'm going to cross over to red. And undercutting is Andy. So we have a jumbled up stoplight. We go to green again with the gone 2. And oh, Nam though, down to check with a triple. A double skip back into red again. Closes that triple on it to pier 4. Andy at 6. Does he have a counter? Andy loading up this one. Goes with a +4. Huge save from Andy, and the game continues. Andy down to 4. Nam sent back to 5. Terrific save from Andy. A little bit, a minor reset. We'll see what Nam does off this play and what that +4 yields for him. Assessing the best course of action here. Here he comes with a blue reverse into a red wild. So really forcing the issue of the red. The question was, I'm going to guess that wild probably came from that +4. So fortunate top decks there for Nam. And he has more red in the tank behind that. We'll see how far it takes him. Does he need another switch to get the job done? Now Andy has check. Double play, reverse into the red 0. That's a good play if you're trying to keep it there. But Nam has 2. He has nothing more in the red. Andy for the win. And he's got the wild flex finish. And Andy, in just shy of 13 minutes, takes game 1. And what was a war of patience early on. Andy, were you really just stuck on the green early on there, or was it kind of a patience trying to had no greens? Wow, that is crazy. Now I'm guessing though with the greens though, you were probably just playing the patient game, you know, building up the hand as Andy was stuck in the mud there. But Andy, yeah, thoughts on that? Great +4 save there. I'm guessing it probably came either from Draw City. You started with it. We're saving it for the right moment. Thoughts on how crucial that play was to being able to get that game. And also, Nam, what was your last on that red Uno as well? I'd like to know. I figure it was a red, but... Yeah. But definitely patience is the name of today's game. Yeah, it was a red. Green draw city, semi-patience. Also didn't have much green to work with either. +4 is a big lifeline. Yeah, draw city. Okay. So ultimately patience is working for... It kind of worked both ways because you saw it work for... Andy was able to pick up some things, but Nam also didn't have a whole lot of green, so maybe not necessarily patience all the way, but definitely helped. And it came close there. It was a great save there. Draw City came up big for Andy. We'll see how that relationship with Draw City continues with these players as we move forward here. But game 1 goes to Andy, just shy of 13 minutes. And there's Tapir. Right on time.
Hello, hello.
So we just saw Andy come up with game 1 and had a big +4 save. Came from an early Draw City, which went long from 13, went back to the 20 mark. And now we're looking at game 2. We'll get straight into it now, as it's going to be Nam's call again. Free board, Nam. How many cards for game 2? Going to go 1 up to 14.
Still very much in that top tier there.
Yeah, keeping it high, keeping it rolling. Here we go with a green. Oh, that's not supposed to happen.
A green nothing burger.
We'll see if it comes up on the next card. Just play a card for right now. We'll see if it comes up. Might just be an oopsie. Let's play the next.
How is my volume? How's my volume?
Up a bit.
Okay. How's it now?
Just play a card. We'll see. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Um.
Oh dear. The bot did a thing, folks.
Yep. Yeah, it was just I think it just probably defaulted. It's okay. It's okay. We're chilling. That's why I was saying play a card. I think it might have defaulted for one card for whatever reason. But I don't know if it might have just been a momentary thing. No, someone is assigned to it. It's Jenna. Jenna has that card. I think it might have just had an issue loading it. Might have just had an issue loading it and it just defaulted, but it's not a... We'll see if it recurs. We don't need to have a whole thing about it unless it happens again. Literally. And there's a gone 2. So yeah, we're chilling.
We chilling. No
Be
baby.
chilling.
Now I'm crossing over to blue here, the Brad Deuce. Andy with an undercut to the bow tie there. Now I'm closing out the Skittles opportunity. Andy hopping over to the Sting 5.
We're staying yellow. Down the line here, so... Oh my god, come on. Internet is being uncooperative. Just slightly, but it's fine.
Aw, dang it.
Oh, dang it. Yeah, I know.
Andy running out here.
And now I'm going to cross to blue, maybe breaking Andy out of it. No, Andy might be 2 color here. And he's back at 15 as well. Nam at 7. Big lead for him. And he makes it even bigger. Oh, that's it.
Further.
That is it. Nam with a massive
Just
run, a
absolutely
7-card
crushes
run with 2 +4s to get it done. 3 minutes even.
3 minutes exactly. There you are. That's all
Yeah,
she wrote,
Nam, I don't know
folks.
if there was much more to say than that's a monster hand, and you said it yourself, monster. I don't know if there's any more to say about that one. Pretty plain, pretty simple. Play an A, and he evens up the series. 1 action card, a green skip, yeah. And he had the other one.
That was so plan A that he didn't even have to draw a single time.
Definitely so.
Incredible.
All right, yeah, so plan A, that it was plan A, yeah, exactly. So, Nam gets one back, evens it up at 1, obviously a long way to go. It's a best of 11, and we will see what comes of game 3, and it's going to flip over to Andy for this one. Andy, no 13, or Nam, I'm sorry, Nam is still have it, 3-3. Screwed. Nam, no 14. I haven't done a best of 11 in a while. I haven't done a best of 11. Nam, it's still you, no 14.
Come on, guys. He's an old man.
I haven't done this TI in a hot minute. It's been a while. We're gonna go 12 for Nam. My apologies. I'm so used to the 2s, but we got a couple 3s first.
12 times 7 is 84. It's been 84 years.
I mean, probably. I actually don't remember the last time I did a best of 11.
It's been 84 years. We're all secretly 100.
Obviously.
We're all secretly centenarians. Centenarians.
Centenarian. The brain short circuits sometimes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So we're gonna stay in blue. Just as I say that.
No longer blue.
Sad.
Must have blue.
We must drive it onto the fairway out of the water. Play it where it lies.
Oh, well. You have no choice anymore.
Play it where it lies. Do we have a cat appearance?
How'd you know?
I could hear the purring was audible over VC.
Oh my god.
I could hear
No
that
way.
Clearly.
Incredible. She has decided that she wants in on the commentary.
She also wants to drive.
Yes.
Yes.
We're 3 wide in the commentary booth today.
Yes. Yes. Double 2s from these two, and now Andy draws, and now I'm gonna go again to blue. So he flip-flopped from blue to green, back to blue again in the first 2 minutes. And now Andy has some there, blue 0, still Nam going with it. There's a +2 from Andy.
+2 action.
And now takes the possession arrow with that play, but Nam can keep pace with the play, maybe take some more. And Nam draws.
Seemingly out for right now.
Ooh, Andy with a quad play. Circle the bags. Blue to green to red. And
A
now
little
he's
bit of
just
a
down to
Ferris wheel
4.
there.
Nam had nothing on blue, drew back to 10. We'll see what he has in red, but he's going to save it with a +4 yellow. Not a bad play at all. And we'll just put him tie the game even. Andy can retain the possession arrow with a play as he's sent back to 8 with that.
You got to think maybe he smelled some split ammo there. He figured that was a good time to use his +4.
Yeah, not a bad time at all. And there's Andy with some ammo, but you never know where that could have come from, whether it came from that +4 or he already had it saved for a possible run. There's a triple, though, in yellow to red, and now we're moving on red as Andy self-dittos. Nam with a Zach 2. Andy out. Nam for the tie.
I feel like I know what Andy had.
Going to
I
yellow.
feel like I know. It's just a hunch. We'll see. Short, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Am I?
Are you? Are you
Back to
thinking it all?
red goes Andy. So maybe trying to force an ice, but Nam, though, has it again!
Oh,
Pulls the rug out, and it's 2-1.
steals it away.
Nam, did any
Crazy
of that come
one.
from that +4 that Andy threw at you, or were you saving some of that? Or no, you put through the +4. Stupid me. What am I doing? Where was I going with this? I guess, yeah, they only threw a +2, but I'm gonna guess you were probably saving most of that then. Forget my initial question. Probably when I start to. Oh, damn. So again, starts with 2 +4s. Just took a little bit longer to get there. What do you think? What did you think he had?
None of them? Okay. I was wondering maybe he had the finish there with split ammo and he was figuring if he was going to get that.
Okay, well, he
+4.
had
Okay.
it. He just needed to. It would have if he that's like a power play level move.
Yeah.
So he
And then just
would have
finish
gotten
off
to
on the
check.
big-
Or no, what do you?
Right.
Oh no, so wait. Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah, and part of that was used there. So yeah, he would have had no, it would have been 3 because he would have had to play the 2 red 5s and then double reverse finish.
Or find a way to get to yellow first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also an
So
option.
he was closer, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just now got there first.
Yeah, he did. Well, Nam again, 2 +4s, that's the story. Andy was close, but Nam had the hand to counter, so we'll see what happens. But now it goes to Andy for game 4. Next 3 games will be Andy's call, and Andy no 13 for game 4. How many cards? Oh, that is cool. And if it was 1 second longer, then the total time would be 2025, which is the year that it is right now. 10 cards. It is. Going down a little to the mid-tier. Although 12 was kind of high, upper mid-tier.
1948.
Oh.
Since when is it 2025?
Yeah. Then the average wouldn't be 648 anymore, unfortunately for Andy.
That's sad.
That sucks. Aw, dang it.
Oh no, anyway.
So Andy starts with
So
a
I'm
red
ready,
6. And immediate switch from Nam to yellow.
Did not take long at all.
Yeah, and Tapir, really, the question about this one is really, where's the first power play going to come down? Because we've talked about it before. 2 power plays adds a whole nother layer to the game, and with 2, you can find them come out a little bit earlier. where do you expect to see a move like that maybe and it come out? Obviously it's a best of 11, so maybe not right away, maybe in this game, but maybe a few games down the line. Your thoughts on that as we go to blue?
Yeah, so it's very clear that there really shouldn't be a situation where you need to use both power plays in one game. So you're clearly just having to split them up at some point. Usually, what happens I've seen quite often is even within the first two games, there's a power play used. So see a green four there from Andy, but sometime well that hasn't happened today. So I'm wondering maybe let's see if you're Nam, you're going to want to use it here because we've talked about it a lot. 3-1 is a whole lot better than 2-2. If you're Andy, you might be comfortable waiting one more game, but same situation, right? You would want 3-1 a whole lot better than 2-2. So, or 1-3 rather. So I would think either this game or next, we're going to see the first one. The second one for that same player is going to be the power play lock because it's very, very possible and very um, like there's an option to use it like at the last game just to close it out there. So bottom line, I think this next game we're going to see it. And well, I guess we didn't need it there because Andy did actually tie it up here with that split ammo action
Nam
and
had the
the
triple there in
double
green.
ender into the
Yeah.
oven.
Nam had the triple there in green. We crossed to red after his triple, and then Andy pulls a couple of ammo plays, splits it very well, and is able to get the job done. Um, no plus fours in that
But the
one, but a
thing is, we
great
weren't even in yellow.
what?
We weren't even in yellow,
Yeah,
except for the one yellow six by
the one
Nam.
yellow
So
six that was
it was just
undercut.
a case of
So that's a good
yeah.
fade there from Andy for sure. Because I don't believe, yeah, did not nobody drew in that game, or not except Nam on this yellow wild. But yeah, Andy, thoughts on the fade there? Was able to hold on to that yellow until the very end, switching right off of it, to throw Nam off the scent and be able to have it in your control with that wild. Pretty solid hand there, and all those connections working toward your favor. Thoughts on that one? Nam, I mean, you had some ammo of your own, but not quite enough. I don't know what more to say on that one. Just, I mean, the red switch may have been a little bit of a detriment to you. That's the only thing I could have thought of. Yeah, and that, yeah, the yellow wild definitely a gamble, but now I'm not going back to it early on. I mean, it's a small sample size in this one. Only 2 minutes 47. 2-2. Nam said had some, but it was just low ammo and had too many reds. That's where the switch came from. Good play by Andy. Definitely so, and we yeah, but a good risk with the yellow wild. High risk, high reward. Gets the series even at 2. And in a best of 11, of course, they're both 4 wins away. So still a lot of gameplay to go down here in this one. But we split the first 4. And it's going to go once again to Andy for game number 5. No 10 or 13. How many cards? Go back up to 12. So 12 round 2.
Even dozen there.
Even dozen. We start
Another
with
lane
Elaine
7.
Sanders 7. So Nam winning game 3 with 12. So a win for Andy. This we will not see another 12 card start in this series. Should he take this one? And I'm going to start with another first turn switch. That's the second one we've seen. From blue to red. Go with a Zach 2 from Nam.
Zero sugar there. He's looking maybe to keep it on the red if he's got enough of them. Nam with the red 5. And you maybe trying to keep it in red for now, for the time being.
Definitely so.
And he does. He's got to get a +2 out of the system. Drags it over to Nam's end, finishing with the Ghost 1, double play there. Nam's still cool with the red, though. He's going to stay there despite being down by 3 cards.
And now Andy going to take it to yellow. We'll see what if Nam can keep running with this. As a ditto there.
Lots of 7s already in play.
Lots of 7s indeed by
Ditto
a lotto
head.
ticket. Although MRE Uno does not endorse gambling. Trademark.
Right.
Right.
7, 8, 9.
You just need a 6. Oh. No straight. Sad. Double play from Nam. Yoshi into the Steven. So now just within 2 cards, Andy can keep it going down to 4 with a play, keep it 3-card lead, and Will with a monkey 3. Half off special.
Interestingly, it has been largely 2-color for the cards played. Like, we didn't even play in blue yet, technically.
Double play, big +4 from Nam. And look to
It's my
Pierre.
card!
It's your card. Crazy. So big +4 there from Nam. Flips the scoreboard. Now he's in control, but Andy able to keep pace with the 9.
Uh-oh, short. Scoreboard, 6-7.
6-7. Ooh.
Run. I was waiting for a moment. I'm only going to say it once. We're just going to stick. We'll just stick to 4s.
That's good. Very good. And a double play from Andy.
Double play there from Andy. Takes him down to 6
Nam ahead
here.
by 3, and that 3 is all of it for him. He gets it done again. A pair of +2s with the skip, holding on to that. Able to get it done. Nam up 3-2 now. Halfway there at this point.
He's staying within the realm there. Just keeping it close. He's not giving up anytime soon.
So he wins 2 12-card starts. Obviously, it's still out of the question for him when it comes back to him. Andy will have one more coming up, but Yeah, Andy, I don't know what kind of turn you around on that. Was it kind of the red getting iced out early in that? Just kind of threw you off. That +4 definitely uh helped out Nam, even though you had some early on, but just not much to be able to keep up in the end. Had a lot of ammo. Yeah, connections. That is key. Um, and Nam had ammo plays all over the place, and it did just about work ahead for him.
It reminds me of my game with Dom last time. I had a lot of ammo, it just didn't connect. It's just sometimes it happens, and you just have to find other alternatives
Yeah,
to get to where you need to be.
yeah. And maybe Andy needing to play a little bit more defense potentially, but ultimately I don't know if there was much he could have done. Nam saying early red +2 from Andy gave me both the green and blue +2. Wow, that's tough. That +4 red was trying to bait Andy and bait him to green to a power play. Ended up draw city, gave him the pathway, so it saves him a power play as well. So that's an interesting thing to note as well. So we'll see how that comes around. But for Nam, power play was on his radar, so you might start to see it. He didn't have green either. Yeah, so a tough hand for Andy in the end, and but definitely not out of it. Lots of games to be played, and he'll have one more on his opening homestand. Andy still no 10 or 13. How many we thinking for Game 6? Third time's the charm, maybe. We're gonna do 12 again.
You might want to consult Captain in the same way he takes 5. You might want to ask him how sticking with the same thing has been working out for him.
Yeah. Andy's either trying to break the trend here or define insanity. We'll see what happens. Andy with the G6 of Vapor, awaiting the winner of this one again, beating Acosta 6-5 to advance on Thursday evening, coming from behind as well. So he will have home table advantage in the final four. Will be a best of 13 or in the finale, I should say, in the Doomsday finales. We're calling it here in Apocalyptic August, but it will be a best of 13 finale. So stay tuned for that. It'll be coming up in the next couple of days once we've determined a winner here. Meanwhile, Nam with a green 5 and Andy going to cross the red early. Nam
not playing around here.
Not playing around at all. With a Ghost 1 off the switch. Rocking and rolling in red.
They're both fine with red for the time being.
Interesting. See how far that takes him. And just like that, Nam is out. Andy's going to cross to green. Sets himself up there. And a +2 from Nam. Caesar into the Radin. So trying to slow Andy down a little bit. Nam takes the possession arrow lead. We'll see if Andy can keep it going. Cancels it out. Takes the possession arrow right back. It is 8-7. And now I'm going to respond to that with a blue switch.
It's his card.
It's his card. Meanwhile, Andy with a double. So trying to build that lead a little bit. And he's down to 5.
Trying to hang on there as best you can. I mean, we're short. We're kind of getting into this middle ground of the series here. They're tied 5-5. I believe this is game 6. So we've just passed the technical halfway point.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens. We're very much into the weeds here. of the series.
Definitely so. Andy with a lane 7 in response to Nam's ammo play retains the possession arrow, but Nam is going to take it. So quick shots, double plays back and forth. Who's going to be on the finishing end here? What we will see is Andy will keep pace, switch to yellow, but Nam undercuts with a red. The red 8 now. Can Andy continue, or has he been iced? He has. Does Nam have it? He's at 2 cards. He doesn't either. Classic switch to ice it out. We are headed for Draw City, but Andy with the top deck 3. This could mean something. Nam with the top deck 4. There's your card!
It's my card!
Does Nam switch? No, we're going to go back to Draw City. So a couple quick top decks, but nothing comes of it. And we will be drawing
Nothing
back.
special there. I get to admire my card just for a little while longer.
Your card!
My card!
Oh, God.
They're still in Draw City, though. What makes me wonder who's going to have the blink first. Andy with the red 7. Now I'm still drawing. He either can't or doesn't want to bite on the 7.
Yeah.
Number of fish.
Yeah, and we saw the patience in game 1. They both drew back from the start, so it's really, it would not surprise me if it's if it's what you're saying, a not wanting to, less so than a can't. But there's your log check. Just under 5 minutes gone by in game 6. It is 3-2 in favor of Nam.
Absolutely.
Andy looking to try and even it up, make it a best of 5. Moving forward, Nam looking to try and pull within 2 wins of the finale. It'd be his second finale of his career.
Nam's still drawing. Once again, classic play from Nam. Reminiscent of my game with him in the Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of pulled the same exact thing. I believe it was game 5, where it was just hoarding ammo, and neither of us wanted to play, even though we both could. So this could be the same thing, or it's just the classic thing of nobody's legitimately getting red or the number that's face up. We'll see. Nam with the 0 sugar, he might switch off. No, he's going to keep drawing. Back into Draw City we go. Population dose.
Big time staring match here in red. And
Staring contest, go.
way back at 14 is Andy. After that draw, Nam at 13 with that draw. So kind of a new game here in game 6 after both were on the edge but not quite there, and now on a 0 it's even harder to make a break unless you have some reverses and skips, which all of them are around, as well as +2s in red. So we'll see who decides to. It's all about who has the confidence to make the break first in this situation.
It's going to be interesting to see, for sure, who wants to take the first bite. It's Macad!
Oh, look, another one. Get to admire it again,
Another
don't
one.
you? Another one.
Absolutely.
And Nam's gonna go for it. He has the green 4, so now we are looking to try and get this kick started again.
So this means only one thing. Nam likes what he's got in his hand now. I feel like he thinks that he's got what he needs to make the run at some point in this game. It is currently tied up. Nam does have the possession arrow. He's going to go with the Chomik. Good old alter ego. Andy immediately taking it away, hopping over to blue now. He's got his own game plan in mind.
And Nam with the
Now I'm
+2
throwing
into the
both
yellow
green and
wild.
blue
Big move here.
out the window.
And Andy has a 7. And that's Nam's second. They both have 2 wilds on the series. The biggest advantages are Nam with a +4 advantage in the +4 category, and a +5/+2 advantage for Nam, as well as Skips with a +4 advantage.
Now I'm with a big lead here. He's going to try and keep that as much as he can. Andy going back into green. We saw Nam switch into green earlier with the captain 4. Now it's going to be Andy taking the bait. Now I'm going to draw here. So I wonder if maybe that wild was legitimate. Maybe he doesn't have any green.
Very possible. We'll see if we get back to yellow. We see that come to fruition for him. Andy looking to try and close the gap and tie it up. It'll be tied if Nam draws here. Andy will be in spot to take the possession arrow away.
A little bit of a think stop moment here for Nam. He might be in the position where he's wondering, yep, if maybe to go back to red and see if he can run down the numbers a little bit. Let's see what he does here. This is going to
But
be
Andy goes
interesting.
blue.
Oh,
Ooh.
just like the gangsta Peter.
He's got a yellow one,
not
though, and it
messing
makes it
around. There's
Skittles.
Skittles. Break out the Skittles, ladies and gentlemen. Andy taking it down to the yellow 5 now.
Grape isn't
Andy,
goated flavor, really. As
It is.
Nam will
absolutely
self-ditto
is.
with the other yellow 1.
Sadly for Andy, there is no purple color in Uno, so that's unfortunate. Yellow 2, yellow 6, quick draw here. Back to Andy, going back over to the blue. We can
And
see
blue
he
is the
really wants that
closest
blue.
thing to grape at this point. As we cross back to yellow.
That's true. Nam really wanting that yellow, just snagging the blue out of Andy's hands here. Andy with another chance.
Andy with a triple back to
He's going
green.
to leave the blue. Leave the blue for now, he says. Going over to green now.
Oh,
Does
but
Nam
Nam
want
with
to
a
go back
+4,
into yellow?
and that's it.
And looks like
Another
that's
monster
it.
run to the finish. His 6th +4, and he goes up 4-2.
Incredible.
Second longest game of the series, and Nam, I'm guessing most of that came from that big reset we had. Came close earlier on, but Draw City seemed to have been very kind to you there. Thoughts on that one, going up 4-2?
It's become a recurring theme here with Nam that when he gets the ammo, he seems to hoard it for when he needs it most. He's really been ending a lot of the games on good runs, chains to the finish, which another recurring theme from my game with him that seems to be working for him this tournament.
Yes.
It seems like he's been able to use that to his
Only
advantage.
got numbers bearing. Jesus. Draw City
gosh.
breaking one way or the other, it seems. It doesn't seem to be that even.
Draw City was very, very favorable to me there. Had a yellow dominant hand with several self dittos to block and switch to blue stems. Yeah, see, so there's the thing, Short. With Draw City, it's kind of a twofold attack plan. number one, you have to actually get good cards from Draw City, and number two, your opponent has to get bad draws from Draw City. Because think about it, maybe you still get a +4 from Draw City, but if your opponent gets a +4 and a few +2s, your +4 is now negated. So it really has to work quite perfectly to get Draw City to work out the way that you want it most, and that's what Nam's been able to do today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not just come down to the ammo. Those, again, he said those self-dittos, big time for him. And through 6 games, we still have, he considered it, it's earlier on, power plays are still out there. Game 7 is coming up. The arrow flips for the 3rd time today. And now it's going over to Nam once again for games 7 and 8. And Nam cannot be 12 or 14 as you go 3-0, 1-12. So how many cards we thinking for game 7? We're gonna
We have
send
not
it.
gotten to single digits yet, and we still won't.
Don't sense it's gonna
That's
go
gonna
to
be a
single
big one here.
digits at least early on, and I mean obviously Andy is gonna have a lot of choices if the arrow gets back to him in this series, because he went with 12. He lost on 12 3 times, so the only cards he can't pick are 10 and 13. So we'll see if we get to a game 9. Obviously, Nam can close it out on this homestand. We will see if he can get it done, or does Andy extend it. If he does win this game, we will have it go back to his home side. But for now, 4-2, Nam in favor. And we'll start with the Brad Deuce. Nam taking his moment to assess the situation.
And with 15 cards, you absolutely need to do that. Just figure out what the possibilities are, because Short, you've seen, you're a veteran player here. When you get into those 13, 14, 15 card starts, sometimes you have a situation where you have maybe 10 or 12 different scenarios that can occur. And your
Yes.
best bet is just trying to see which one of those lines up the best and how you can kind of execute that game plan.
Yeah, it's a plan of
You see that
action.
blue 5
Yeah.
from Nam? Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, plan of action, course of action,
And
however you want to
even
spin it. And we'll start with the JT5,
absolutely.
keeping it blue. We will see what comes out from Andy here to start us off, and of course it'll be, it'll be a few turns unless there's a monster hand involved that we see any huge ammo plays with the sender. But Andy gonna take a shot to yellow, so early switch from Andy here.
He's also kind of trying the aggressive approach here. We'll see if it'll work out for him.
Yeah, and I mean aggression level has
Yellow
to be high for
from
Andy.
Nam.
Hasn't been able to make it work since game 4. And
4!
little
Anyway.
unsolicited. Unsolicited 4.
Unsolicited.
Unsolicited
Absolutely.
4. There's Andy with a bow tie too. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting what Andy does. Do you see a little bit more? Do we see a little bit more aggression? Do we see a little bit more aggression from Andy here? We'll see what comes of it. But there's a little bit of a play there. A double play brings it down to 11. A little earlier than you'd expect to see it, but it's just a double. Nothing too crazy. Keeps it yellow. And a cross to green from Nam, so both have a switch now on this one. Andy coming out swinging with another double play. And now I'm going to respond with one of his own and flip the scoreboard around.
Give that man 2 cards.
So flips it around.
Give that man 3 cards.
And now, and Andy out despite the +2 given to him. Now I'm furiously running at it. And you start to wonder now, Tapir, this is a situation where power play lock is in play. You wonder if Nam maybe trying to get his way to that kind of situation. He has both his power plays and he's 2 wins away. As we're going to see a upside down stoplight, trip 7, go buy a lotto ticket, whatever you want to say. Emery Uno does not endorse gambling. As Andy going to go with another +2.
I feel like the easiest thing for Nam to do is use 1 power play here, 1 power play in the next game, and just take it home.
Yeah. We'll see if he's in position to do that. Sounds of the slot machines all over again. I think Jackpot June is just going to live in every tournament. I think that's just how things are going to go. We see a 0 sugar there from Nam.
It was the perfect theme. Like, we don't even need a theme other than Jackpot June.
Yeah, Jackpot February, Jackpot March, Jackpot May, Jackpot June, Jackpot August, and Jackpot Super League. Not with the 0 sugar, though. He brings it down to 7 for him. How ironic. And Andy going to go with a rare 0 switch to yellow. And I'm with a 3, the monkey 3, keeping it going. Down to 6, trying to make a run at it. Andy's trying to do whatever he can to try and at least keep pace with Nam.
What do you think about Jackpot Jebuary?
Jebuary? What is Jebuary?
It's the 14th month. We now have 14 months.
Then what's the 13th month?
Jackpot January.
Did you say February or Jebuary? I'm so confused.
February.
No. The 13th month is December.
December and
December.
Jackpot Jupiter League.
We're starting a post-game show. Here comes Nam, though, with a quad play into his card. Tapir's card. Yuck card. He still has 2 left. So no power play, so this might be a sign to Andy that you might be able to play it cool here. Andy thinking on a whole nother level. Look at that. That, like, big brain stuff. And he has a +4 in weight, so I mean, Tapir, I don't know if that situation you could think maybe play it cool. If you're Andy, maybe not having to play a +4, obviously you might be in a tough spot, but the fact that Nam did power play in that situation, you got to think maybe he doesn't have a path, at least at the position he was, and has a blue 4, may or may not have come from that +4 as well. It's interesting.
The only other thing I'd have to say is maybe Nam's just playing 4D chess, fades the power play from Andy, and maybe he actually had a finish and didn't want to make it obvious.
Has a while,
kind of
though.
In comparison to when he does. We'll see what he does with that, but kind of in comparison to how we see a couple of
he does
players.
Yeah. He got it.
Well, he's gonna use it there, yeah.
5-2 Nam, and it's a second wild into the reverse. Nam, prior to his +4, did you have a pathway to the finish, or did that +4 give you what you needed to come back and grab it? Yeah. It didn't have a path before
For
that,
sure.
I
Yep.
would say. And I would say for Andy, thoughts on do you feel any regret on that +4? Because you have to think, he has to, we were saying it here, the fact that, he has both his power plays, he's 2 wins away. Maybe if he didn't power play in that situation, he didn't have a clear path, maybe could have played it cool. Your thoughts on that move you were going with, or were you just trying to, or was it really just trying to stay aggressive? And so good read from Nam there though, Tapir, less, he definitely not worried that Andy was going to try and pull the rug out should he have not power played, but didn't have a path there. It's interesting, but that might be the one move I would regret if I was Andy, but he may not himself.
Absolutely.
Trying to stay aggressive, yeah. Yeah, 6-2 +4s. Excuse me, not the worst, but not the worst.
Still pretty bad if you're Andy, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it could be 6-0.
Yeah.
It is always room for improvement.
Exactly. So, Nam is 1 win away from his second career finale. Yeah, and he's ahead in every stat, Nam is, at this point. You look at the stats there, he's ahead in every category. But, I mean, Andy's had his fair share of stuff. It's just not quite come together in the end for him. So we'll see if Andy can try and force it back to his homestand, or is Nam going to clinch a spot in the finale, get win number 9 on the season, face the top player in wins this season, Vapor. We will see. Yeah, and plus CSM, we'll see what that is as well. Nam, this could be the clincher for you. No 12, no 15, no 14. How many cards? I'm going to go 11 for games. Game 8 could be a deciding one. We'll see if Andy can pick himself up and try and force a game 9 back on his home side. Start with a lane 7.
Of note is the fact that with this 11, this could be a series without a single-digit start if Nam takes this one home, 6-2.
Yeah, and I think if it goes back, I don't know what Andy would do if it goes back to him. Does he stay in the double digits, or does he try and maybe flip the script a little bit if he can get out of this one alive?
He just goes 12 again.
It has to work.
It's a gamble.
No. Don't be Cap. Don't be Cap T3. We go with a blue 1, and now I'm going to cross the green. And the 0 has done it again. So I will check on that post game. I will do a check on that one. Now that should not be happening. I will probably look into reloading that set of cards after the game. There's a +4 there. Jenna. Jenna.
Nah, man.
I misspelled that.
Nah, bro.
There you go.
Captain 4. Yeah. Captain's got his 4 back for what might be a final appearance.
Oh, power play from Andy.
Power play.
He's at 7.
Might
This
just have
could
it here.
This could be to steal the homes, to get one back here. It'll be 1 power play aside. We'll see. This might be that's. Oh my goodness. And with that, Andy pulls almost even in the +2 category. Just now behind by 1. And a +4, and that's his third.
Could be it. Could be.
And there you have it. Andy remains in it with a monster hand finally coming his way. A pair of +4s to close it out. Now it's looking a little better now. The advantage isn't as bad looking. He got a couple there, so now gets it back with a 2+4 hand and gets it 5-3. Andy looked pretty straightforward plan A for you, and yeah, I would too in that situation. I would also, but it appeared that Andy finally got the hand he needed, and we'll see if he can continue with that momentum. He's gonna get a call next game, so he gets another home game. And this one's not quite over yet, but still not the best position for Andy, even despite that.
For sure. I guess the only thing I'd have to ask Nam is it seemed like the writing was on the wall there now that we know what Andy had in his hand, but it looks like you were trying to force an ISO play with going back to the green. Once Andy played his double play +4, you went back into the green, and that ended up being what Andy needed. Do you think maybe he's figured out kind of how to bring the momentum back in his favor, and maybe you need to change things up, or do you think it was just a lucky move there? See what he writes out. Because I just noticed that short, right? Because normally with an ISO, you'd expect him to draw, but it ended up being the +2 that Andy chained into those other +2s to give him the win with the power play.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what Nam says to that question. But still locked for Nam. Pretty sure did any play I did, I would have let him finish. Honestly, my switch was green to advantageous because it was a color where he only had a +2 versus yellow blue, where he had a number card was not 2. Okay, was advantageous versus yellow blue, where he had a number card and probably could finish it clean. So,
but that's fair, right? Because it's just one of those where you can't go wrong if you're Andy. But it gives him a little bit of momentum, even if it was maybe luck inflicted. But we'll see what he does with it come this next game 9.
All right, game 9 now. Back to Andy. Andy, no 11, no 10, and no 13. How many cards will it be? Yeah, not advised. Well, I mean, I'm not biased, but
That's how that's how Captain got himself into like out on the street.
yeah, why he's not in Super League. I would think could have made a run if he was doing it right, but we finally see single digits.
Well, there we go.
9.
9 for game 9.
Game 9. There you go.
Couldn't be any better.
Big hinge game again here. Nam looking to try and close it out for his second opportunity. Andy going to cross to his own blue 3. So an early first turn switch once again. We've seen that a few times. We've seen that a few times in every series the last few tournaments. It's just been a constant. Nam, ooh. That's the first open ammo we've seen. Open ammo game in his appeared before you on my end, so quick, someone get the whatever that thing is. The thing that calculates it by the millisecond. I think Logan did that. Double play, red skip to the red 9. Should totally check that. Mind you, it's the Final Four, but this is important, isn't it? Nam with the yellow 9. Cross over. Again, your look at the bracket. Paper awaiting the winner of this one. Could be Nam in this one, or if Andy could win three games in a row, and it'd be a total of 4 after this one. Still has a power play, 1 power play aside. This see what happens in this one. At 0.33, I love that. There's a double there from Andy. So 2 double plays. Still playing that kind of aggression pack ever since last game. It's ahead by 4 cards. Nam with the 6. And a blue wild from Andy. And that is a huge, huge ice play from Andy. Now I'm stuck in the mud again. Can Andy wrap this one up and force a game 10? Andy just has an 8. He's down to 2. Nam had nothing off that wild. Can he get something going? No. Can Andy wrap it up? Can he force a game 10? Has a +2 and another wild, and that's it. Wilds are even at 4, and Andy is still alive. We're going to a game number 10. It is 5-4. And, I mean, Andy, I think the strategy was pretty clear for you. Once you switched to blue and he skipped Drew, you knew that, and you were able to set up off the red as well. Off the skip draw, you were able to set that up, and I think blue was very clear what you needed to do. I figured you didn't have many blues. But yeah, I think that the strategy was pretty clear from the get-go there. Blue was all you needed to get done there. Nam, I mean, just stuck in the blue. Yeah, I don't really have much to ask you there. That's pretty cut and dry. Not much. But I don't have much to say on this one. Andy just found the right color, got it all iced out, and that is that, and a couple of wilds in tow as well. So Andy gets the job done, sweeps his homestand here. And now, well, not sweep his homestand out. Gets the first game of the homestand. Now it'll be Andy one more time. Game 10, last home game of the series for Andy, looking to try and force a game 11 on the road. So Andy, you get the 9 card win. No 9, no 10, no 11, and no 13. How many cards? Yeah, you can do 8. Crazy 8s. Here we go. Yellow reverse. First ammo start, I think. And a yellow 4 to start for Andy. Now I'm with a 0. So now I'm looking to try and avoid a comeback from Andy. Wins 2 games in a row. Andy looking to try and sweep his homestand to force a game 11 after being down 5-2. Andy crosses to red. With the sand for 6 off the red 2 from Andy. So seeing the pace pick up a little bit. Andy down to 4, Nam at 6. So we're going to kind of see a bit more furious aggression here as we hit the lower tier of it, because a lot of the high to mid to high tier was seen earlier in the series, and now it's kind of a bit more of a sprint style as Nam with a Ditto 1. He's keeping pace, behind by 2 by the draw on yellow. So does Andy try and get back to yellow again? But he's going to try and go to blue, but Nam goes to green in response. But Andy with a blue wild for check in response. Nam has a double play, not enough, and we are going to a game 11, and in both final 4 games, you see a player come back from behind to force a game 11. Andy trying to do the same thing Vapor did and come back from behind to win it in 11. Andy, going down to 8, there's a lot more mystery to it, but ultimately you had what you needed to get it done, and that wild was a huge play there on little risk, but goodness me. But thoughts on winning these last 3 to be able to even it up? Definitely in a much better position at this point. No comment from Nam.
Another game 11 is right.
Momentum is a crazy thing. You see how the pendulum swings there to Pierre. I don't know if you were paying attention when you were deafened there, but you see 3 in a row from Nam, and 5 through 7, and now 8 through 10, Andy. And now we still have 1 power play, so you got to think it's going to come down to a power play lock. Potentially, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But
Feels like it for sure.
yeah, but we're starting. We might see some more low tier. Obviously, there's still. Yeah, just trying to even it up, basically. Yeah, and that's what I figured. We were talking about it. Maybe Andy going lower to try and shake it up, flip the script, and that's what he kind of did. 8 and 9, and was able to get them both done. Ultimately, the hands made me a little bit more in his favor, but still played some good ISO strategies to slow Nam down at any rate. But just great stuff from Andy, and we're not done yet.
Yeah, we got 1 more still in the tank now. Game number 11, and it is interesting, right? The momentum swings really are sometimes what drives the entire series, because that was the exact same thing I experienced with Nam in my game in the Elite 8. He won 5 straight right after my first game win, and when you get to that, 5-4-1 situation in a best of 9, it's just it's a long road to the top there, and it's just been Andy really bringing it back here, and we'll see really how he gets there. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing for Andy, right? Because he was at one point down 5-2, and now it's going to be 5-5. He's tied it all up with 1 game left, so we'll really have to see kind of what Nam does with this last homestand he has, which direction he wants to go. Maybe he wants to go for just a gamble on this last one. Maybe he wants to still take his time on a high start. We'll see. It'll be a fun one for sure.
Be a fun one for sure. And again, Vapor winning the winner of this one in the finale. Again, the winner of this one is going to have the ultimate opportunity to beat one of the best players if not the best player in Division 1 this season, who is looking to try and win a second consecutive tournament, which is unprecedented. I've only seen it a couple other times. I mean, we saw it once in D2 this season with my hell, but D1 it's been a while because of just how many people are capable of getting wins in this league, and to see that happen, who knows? But right now, we're gonna see either Andy in his first Final Four make his first finale, or Nam is going to. It's not all about you, Cody Smart. Nam is gonna make, or Nam's gonna make his second finale in his third Final Four appearance. So we'll see what goes down. But for now, it's another Game 11, both going Game 11, and Nam is gonna pick 13 for this one. Lost Game 1 on 13, and now we're gonna do 13 to wrap up the series in Game 11. And we'll start with a Gone 2, Nam with a green 8, going full circle indeed, says Andy, and we are going. So, one game, one power play aside, this is huge. Vapor, the winner, will get Vapor. He is watching intently with his popcorn over there. We'll see who comes out with it. And yes, we are aware of the zero problem. That will be fixed after the game, I hope. Nam with the yellow 5 crossover for switch after he ices Andy for a moment there. He's ahead by 2. Nam going to go to blue. He's trying to play the aggressive switches here. Andy with a +2. Huge. Takes the lead. But Nam takes it back with a triple back to yellow. Full circle a little bit there. And Tapir, I mean, we kind of started the series with slow, patient pace management. Now we're kind of starting to see, I mean, we're seeing a little bit of a pause here, but we're definitely seeing the pace pick up as we go. It's kind of been a crescendo of pace as we've gone along the series. Very interesting to watch. It's been a lot of different things here.
It's certainly been a crescendo, and we wouldn't really be getting this climax if it wasn't for a Game 11, or the Game 11.
Game 11.
If it was Nam winning like a 5-3 or a 5-4, or
5-2,
6-3, or 6-4.
6-2, 6-3, yeah.
Yeah, if he had shut it down earlier, we wouldn't be seeing this. But it's Andy with the momentum, and Nam just in a desperate attempt to shut it down here and now. And hopefully not choke that 5-2
here's a green wild from
going
Andy.
For him earlier.
Trying to get back to green. Andy still behind by 1, but Nam with a wild answer to blue. Interesting there. So
definitely
Andy
not
ahead by 1 on the wilds.
Longer.
And as this year, I mean, early on in this series, Tapir, though, it was talking about how Nam was ahead in every category. He's still ahead in a few, but it's starting to close in, and that's really why we went from 5-2 to 5-5 here.
Absolutely. Yeah, like we said, it's a twofold problem. You have to not only get the good cards, but you have to be able to execute that plan in the best way that you can to get those game wins, and that's what we've seen both players really be able to do today. Like this is as down to the wire as you can get. We have a Game 11. We got both players with a power play still. We got 8 and 10 in cards. They're kind of even. We're staying in the same range. So it is definitely down to the wire, and we're going to see what unfolds here very shortly.
Indeed.
Still haven't gotten in red, by the way. We are still absolutely.
Oh, there's red.
Well, there we go.
Right away.
First red of the game. Runway red.
Trying to keep pace, makes the switch after drawing 1, and keeps himself going. We'll see what Andy does in response. Does he play the red, or do we go back over somewhere else?
Somewhere over the rainbow. Do we see a rainbow?
Still need 2 other colors for
Do we see
that.
a
But
Skittles rainbow? Considering we just had yellow and blue
power play from Andy?
from Andy
Are you joking right now?
this early?
Just a
Is
9.
it
Does he have a
seriously
7-card
to
chain?
end?
You're joking. Oh
There's
my
no way.
goodness gracious.
1, 2, 3, 4. Andy, he's come all this way. Down to game 11. He is
Oh
going
my
to go to the
goodness.
finals.
4
Took it
straight
down 6-5.
wins. 4 straight wins for Andy, and he has booked a ticket in the Doomsday finale. What a display in these last 4 games, and it's just been great plays from Andy down the stretch here. Andy, thoughts on your resilience, being able to come back from down 5-2 in the series, your first ever Final Four appearance, and you put on a resilient display like that. Thoughts on that? Thoughts on your first finale coming up next round? But just a great series put on by the both of you. Nam, definitely a tough last final stretch there. It kind of seemed like a tale of 2 series. I mean, it was close in the beginning, then you kind of pulled away with those 3 in a row, but Andy just had the 4 in a row. What kind of changed for you down the stretch there that just where you just couldn't get things to go in that situation? Because seemed like you had it on lock with that first power play, but just couldn't find a way to put it together in the back half there. Back quarter, I guess. I don't know. Tapir, your thoughts on this one? What a great series, and both Final Four series go 11 in the end, but it's Andy on the winning end with 4 in a row to wrap it up.
Crazy, right? You don't normally see that incredible pendulum swing. Usually you kind of keep it even, but think about it. Went 5-2 to 6-5. 3 straight and 4 straight there this series. So incredible. That just shows you what Uno can do, really. Sometimes you just have massive swings. But as we've been saying, it takes a good player to go ahead.
Yeah. Definitely, but
Yeah,
these are
it takes
both
a good
two
player to
good.
be
These
able
are
to
two good
execute
players,
properly.
and you know, Andy with a 10th win. You know, he's got to feel good about the chances for Super League, and even if he's not there yet, I mean, you're definitely in with a win next game, no matter what. And
that's just about your last
it's
game for the tournament.
Yeah, it's the holy grail of quad ones too. So there really is. You got to think with 10 wins, he's only the second person to make it to 10 wins, and he was already ranked top 20 going into this tournament. Got to feel good about that. Maybe even into the bye conversation at this point. But ultimately, that'll all come down to the decisions made in between this tournament and Super League. And, you know, for Nam Tapir, it's tough. Wraps up the regular season at 8-5. 8-5, 48-41. Started this tournament having to play an all-encompassing playoff game just to get in, to stay alive against Chomik, and now fights his way to a Final Four. It's not he's not an out. But it's definitely not a guarantee. So it'll be interesting to see where he lands come Super League Reveal Day. Your thoughts on his season and where things might be headed for him? I think Nam does have a good case. I'm not saying he's out.
Personally, I think Nam's in, right? I mean, let's be honest, he's got that impressive resume, and this one he had to take the L, unfortunately, but still he did make it to the Final Four. Not everybody can do that, right? In a league like this, you eliminate half the field with the first round. So it's a very impressive, commendable feat to get to the Final Four, and he even made it to Game 11. It's not like he got taken down in 7 or 8 or even 6 with a
Yeah.
sweep, right? We did get to that 11, so it doesn't sting as much this time. I think he's in. I think there's a very strong case to be made for his
Yeah.
appearance in
Yeah.
BKK this year.
Pulling his resume, yeah. Pulling his resume though from this one. Over the season, came in 4-4, obviously. Started with a round one loss to Goldie in March, but then made it to the Sweet 16 in Auto April and fell to the eventual winner of that tournament in G. Then another unfortunate round one exit to Brock. Then another Sweet 16 run ended by Brian. His wins coming into this one was Jenna, Sting, Cap, and Yepes. And then along the way, this tournament, he came up with wins against Chamek, Abian, Ard, and Tapir, and falls to Andy in this one. So Andy, not a bad loss by any stretch. So he has a case, but it's definitely not any guarantee. There's no guarantees to this one. So we'll see what happens come reveal show day here in a few weeks from now. But obviously he will go down to the third place game. We'll play Acosta for the bronze, and we'll see Andy's thoughts here shortly. But Andy as well gonna have his first medal in his career. Well, either a medal or a trophy. It'll be, of course, Apocalyptic August T5 first time. It'll be a major playing for a trophy like March Madness, like T1. So we will see who gets the better of him in that one. And Vapor saying see you on Doomsday to Andy, so we'll see what happens. That will get scheduled here very shortly after the stream. But it's a 6-5 win to Andy. We're just awaiting his post-game thoughts before we sign off on this one. And also the fact that the third place game will be Andy will be the Grand Marshal of the third place game, and to honor his run that he's made in this tournament now to the finale. Doesn't mean he's in it, obviously. It's just that's how the third place games go. We honor someone who made a big run in the particular tournament. Give them a shout out, and it doesn't always be a finale. It could also just be a career run that you would see. We saw Brian honored earlier this season. Andy's post-game quote, wow, going down 5-2 to win in 11 is insane. Such an amazing series from Nam to make it go the distance. I felt pretty hopeless at the beginning, but was able to find my aggression to come back. So many moments in this series that made it very interesting. To go from not making it out of a Sweet 16 to a finale is pretty insane. I'll see Vapor in the finale, and I'm optimistic for the finale here. Sincerely hope Nam gets the bronze and makes it into Super League. He's one of my best friends in the league, and I really hope for good for Nam in the postseason. So we'll see. We'll see if Nam can make it, but it will be yeah, you're fine. You can adjust that. Hope for good things. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. We'll see what the case is for Nam. Hope Andy wins it all is Nam's quote. Tough last 4 games from Nam, but still put on his best runs. Came into this one not in the scenario in the picture, but now puts up 4 wins to try and sneak in. Andy pretty close to being in there. Will look to try and get his first tournament win in his first finale. Vapor looking to try and win back-to-back. As you see the bracket full screen, a couple 6-5s. This will be a best of 13 battle coming your way in this finale as we are on the major format. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have that scheduled very soon, but that is going to do it for this one. Thanks to Cody Smart for reffing as always. Thanks to Tapir for joining me in the booth. Thank you to Nam and Andy for putting on a great show this afternoon. And we will see you all for the finale. But for now, for all of us at MRE Uno, I am not short. Thank you so much for joining us. And keep an eye out for a date and time for the finale coming your way very, very soon. Take care, everyone.
This has been a presentation of MRE Uno Division 1.